I am hoping that everything is working as intended. Otherwise, I feel really embarrassed right now. And, yeah, so this is probably just gonna be a chill session. I'm just trying things out, and if it doesn't work, that's fine too. And if it does, well, something I'm gonna try to include more in my schedule now that it has been freed up after the semester. Yeah, so either way, today is just going to be a casual farming session slash Q&A if people are actually interested. Just kind of vibing, honestly. Not really looking for too much at this point because it's the end of the year and we have like the North New Year's event coming up, which I will of course try to push out a review video as fast as I can. Hopefully, nothing bad happens. We'll see. So, Lock on the Lost Night, it's one of the older events. It's a rerun, of course. It's kind of came at a weird time where we're just kind of like figuring where the devs were kind of figuring out like what to do with their hero cards, because they realized with the stackable buffs and everything they can't just ramp it up super quickly, but at the same time they're trying to kind of innovate. And well, in the end we get this set which is like, it's okay, but it's not something any special, but also yaoi. So obviously, if you're into that, that's okay. And if not, well, there are other events. So, as you can also see, there's an introduction of cross-sector links, which are, well, unless we get more like support tailored to them, it's not really, they're not really that notable. You can see with this one, just look with Keith. He's an alright DPS. He has his critical rate up, that's pretty good, and he has the technique soul effect that was pretty prevalent with after second Annie around there. So it's he's actually pretty decent, and you know, looks pretty too. Of course, it's a nice bonus effect. While with Lock on the Lost Night, Brad, he's just a simple supporter for any technique type, not just for Keith. So he gives a like a boost of passion. I think it's passion damage. Yeah, it should be passion damage plus also the technique soul effect, which is nice, and of course, is really good for boosting up those characters who use the technique soul stuff. So that's why he's actually pretty applicable. As well as I believe it was Teddy Bear Gray who also grants technique souls to other people, and one other card off. Can't remember right now, but it's really good to keep these kinds of cards in your back pocket because they can be quite useful in certain circumstances. And well, the other two are just, they're just there. They're just watching these two like duke it out. And I am hoping that audio is recording, or I'm just going to feel really embarrassed right now because I've just been yapping for like 2 minutes, and if nobody can hear me, I'm gonna just end stream. Clearly, this is too much work. And yeah, just also for the layout too, I sort of try to replicate like HELIOS's, just, you know, kind of be cute about it, but also, sort of scuff. It's working fine? Oh, thank you. Okay. Alright, okay. That's like my biggest fear of streaming is like, I planned everything, and it's not working. That's the thing with like with my videos, it's like, okay, I think I've checked every single box, and then sometimes I just realized, like, just going over the recording, this was messed up. And I hope no one notices, because I do. It's 40k. Anyways, honestly, just thanks for that quick confirmation, because I can't really check in real time because otherwise it echoes, and that is unfortunate. Just quickly go. How about we do this? There we go. I don't know how to get rid of that message, unfortunately, so I am just going to do a little quick auto while I fix this. So as you can tell, the scuff has already begun, and for anybody who's like listening, you should realize this is actually my normal state, just so much scuff. So, you know, the fact that I was able to release videos in the first place is a mystery, even for me. We should just live in scuff at this point. There we go. That should be fixed. I don't know how to get rid of the middle message, but you know, here we are. It doesn't feel scuffed? Okay. Thank you. I'm just like, I was like constantly stressing when I was doing this because my first thought was, wow, people are going to laugh at me. And, you know, also, I deserve it if they do. I think other than that, it's just a matter of trying something out new, especially since it's the end of the year, close to the new year. Why not try something out? See if it works, and if it doesn't work, then, like, alright, you guys can laugh at me. We would never- no, I don't mind being roasted, but it is deserved. As you can tell, I also, like, engage in self-roasting, and that's just the kind of vibe I do. Anyways, yeah, so Brad's dead. That's what you should expect, by the way. That's the power of the Twin Soul frame. It's really good, but also bad things happen if you don't one-shot. I was honestly really surprised when it released because, first of all, it's really good just to actually enable the enmity characters who, honestly, after all this time, who they didn't have any easy way to like make the most of their skill set on like turn 1, and maybe players think, oh, this is not like really a big deal, but like for me who's just obsessed with meta, it's like, oh man, they can't be efficient on turn 1. They're not that good. And especially because to actually give the substitute effect is really based on your frames, such as like with the I think it's one of Marion's recent birthday frames, so you can just target someone and be like, you're taking all the hits. It's really hard to guarantee that, so at that point it's just like, how are they supposed to get hit? How are they supposed to you know, really hit hard and compete with the ones who are like stamina based, who they just hit like a truck from the get-go. So that's why if it ever reruns, try to get at least a second copy if you didn't use frames to just max limit break one of them. And well, honestly, just like I'm hoping HELIOS is going into like a good direction, because for me a part of it is that I'm concerned that they're stagnating a little because they're just rehashing like card effects, and I get that they can't just make up like a unique card effect each time, but it feels just really like copy pasta. And I guess it's really sad because for if you weren't here at the beginning, there's you know, those really animated bursts, and now we have the live 2D. And I get that live 2D is also kind of like difficult, but also those animated bursts were so cool, and we don't have them anymore. And they cited it was because of these budget issues, but uh, we still don't have them. And I guess that's just the thing that I'm kind of sad about. So typically, just to farm like the EX plus, you just bring in anybody with AOE, or in my case, this is my leftovers from the Winter Fairy Tale event, which unfortunately I was not able to get a video out too long. For the TLDR is basically they're pretty good. Not a must. I really hope you got Junior because he's a tech DPS and it's hard to come by those Junior DPS cards. I had final exams, so you know it's like I gotta kind of choose my grade or memes. Sorry about that. $30. Not choosing memes? Yeah, sorry about that. My brain was not big enough to choose memes. Because besides exams, I also had like a lot of extracurriculars and actual work. So it's like, do I stay up at like 5 a.m. to try to study for this final, or do I sleep so I can actually do well on said final? I chose the healthy option for once, if only because my grade was in danger. So, you know, these things happen. So the current agenda for this stream is just like, oh my god, I can't believe I just, okay, you know what, we're sick of agenda. We're gonna go and commit to the whole business thing. I might as well do it, you know, now that I've just outed myself. I was planning to just stream for about like 2 hours or so, mostly because it's kind of downtime right now and I just wanted to just like hang out with people. It does feel weird having those kind of bursts, and because it's like, it makes sense that they did less damage than a regular burst skill, you know, to make up for the fact that they're AoEs, but nope, they just hit just as hard, so it's like, alright, cool, why use a regular burst skill all over again unless the DPS card is really strong. It's like main DPS type. I don't have the event frames equipped on them, do they? Okay. I need to go fix that. Oh. There we go. I'll fix that after this run. I just realized. They do need to make Anniversary strong, but also like, can someone help Anniversary 3? They're literally the worst. Not even kidding. Because it's like, oh yeah, they just give flat effects and they don't have anything special. They're not mono attribute, so you can't. So they don't really have enough like offensive power to keep them sticking around. We don't talk about that. Yeah, it didn't happen. It didn't exist. My bad. I'm sorry about that. No. Dude, you need to pay for your sins, and the only way I can help you. Never mind. Actually, you're not paying for your sins. Faith will, because he took 120 rolls just to get it home. Consider it this way. You either get lucky to get the anniversary cards, or you imitate an aquatic mammal. I typically end up using the latter because my luck is it is what it is. It is pretty difficult to save anyways, I guess, because it's like, oh, well, you know, all these pretty cards, the card art is still going really strong, and I can totally get it, but also, you gotta grip yourself hard. You spent emblems for any 3 will. Alright, well, you know, you're very strong. I'm just gonna go for whatever it is so I can get all of my special cuts for the initials. It's impossible because clearly they are sucking us dry so we can fund their anime, right? Right? Surely they will make a very shonen hero-esque anime game actually be about an anime, right? Yeah, 5th anniversary we'll get that, and then on the 10th anniversary we'll get we'll get a spin-off video game like GBF did with its GBF Versus and also I think it was Relink. So, you know, surely. Anyways, thank you two for like, I don't know, just like actually talking and speaking and making me feel like I'm not crazy, because I was kind of like, I'm gonna be speaking to dead air otherwise if nobody shows up and, you know, be like, I'll do it, but why? Helios open world update. Are we going the Infinity Nikki route or the Genshin route? Yeah, the newbie streamer experience. That's also me with Twitch, I'm just like, alright, surely affiliate won't be that bad. And then I realize affiliate's that bad when it's like, oh, you need to have an average of like 3 viewers, and I'm like, surely. Turns out it's a little bit harder than it looks. Just a little bit. I'm on Twitch with the same username, but for the past few days, I've just been kind of I've been thinking about what to stream there. Like, I've been streaming Lobotomy Corporation because it's a game I like, but it is decidedly not the same audience of people who will be watching Helios. So, I've been thinking of keeping them separate because it's different audiences, of course, but I'm not 100% sure yet, and I'm not going to be asking people from here to go over there unless they're genuinely interested in the scuff content and my suffering, because that game is actually vertical difficulty, but like, that I guess that's my thing right now. It's just like, man, I'm just reviving my old dead account, so looks like I'm prepared. Actually not, just newbie streamer. Alright, well, if you want to see me suffer and probably press escape to reset the day a lot, I'll probably be streaming Lobotomy Corp after this, so probably around 5 p.m. PST or in about an hour and a half. Thank you. Yeah, because for me, I also like the Project Moon series, but it's also like, this is kind of difficult. Just a little bit. A lot. So, and then I think for my Limbus Company account, I remember I stopped like way back when during the whole drama. So by the time I come back, it's like, hey, do you have all these new IDs and egos? And it's like, no, I don't. And then they're just gonna tell me to go, good luck and don't die. Horror stories. Well, if you do choose to follow me when I go and switch to Twitch, yeah, you'll see the horror story of the first game. Oh, I think when I quit, it was like after Canto 4, so I am very much behind, but I know the songs because there's no way a Millie song can stay out of my feed, and they are so good. I think LobCorp should also be on discount right now. Let me check Steam database. It is currently discounted for like $8.69 Canadian. So, if you're interested in suffering, all I know is that there's unbreakable coins in Kanto, in the later Kanto, and I'm just like, It's not impossible. You know, that sentence right there, it's hard but not too impossible. That's the vertical difficulty that I'm understanding about the series. It's just, it's not impossible. You just have to climb up a vertical wall. What do you mean gravity exists? Just ignore it. Or just, you know, overcome it. Oh, that's so much fun. The game's gonna be like, hey, you have all of these egos and IDs, and I'm just like, I have N. Sinclair. Can he carry me through? Haha. He's such a good boy. Just ignore the fact that he watched a tragedy unfold in front of him, and you know his family is they went on a very long vacation. Oh, okay, a newbie ticket. Can I just pick up the Heathcliff ID that I heard so much about? Surely I can grab it from there, right? I'm a newbie, right? Haha. Yeah, that one. The Wild Hunt one. Something, something, round and round we go. Oh, season 1 IDs. Alright, well, you know, I am screwed because I think I have all the season 1 IDs. Wasn't retroactive, yeah. I'm boned. There's a Heathcliff banner right now. Now you see, the thing is, I would have to re-download Limpus Company. And I think if I did that right now, it might disrupt the stream. If I had savings when I quit, I think I had some thread. As for lunacy, maybe like 10k? Well, either way, I have like 3 cantos to go through, so you know, what's the worst that can happen? Right? Enough to sack. Okay, listen, I'm not you, Harley. I'm not. You are Mr. Sackman. I am a whale imitator. Oh, it's way too nice. So, you know, it's a shame that other gachas don't do it, and I get it because money, but also like, hello? What if you're just an unlucker like me? Gosh, I saw those wallpaper stuff too, and I'm like, these look so good. And you can just really see the art improvement between those and like season 1s. And I know that seemed like obvious, but also it's just like you can see with like the lines especially, and the coloring, the shading. Yeah, I guess I can understand why. Well, because it's like, oh, well, if you can just buy it right away, why like pay for it? Because at that point, it's just, well, you know, just dispense it. You give people a week at least, and then they'll, you know, they'll crack open the wallet and be like, hey, Project Moon, we can't go to, you know, we can't go to hum hum pong pong. So instead, this is our contribution to you guys. By the way, should I just get rid of like the glass glare effect? Like you can see that when the screen darkens, there's like glass glare. So I can just like totally get rid of it, just like this. So after this running clears, you'll probably see it's gone. I don't know if it's actually a problem. I just thought it was funny. Like most of my decisions and like shit posts on this channel is just like, oh, this is a funny idea. Why not? Alright. I'll just leave it off for now. It's just kind of like... As you can tell, I'm like, alright, I have to balance between how do I make this unique, but also like not distracting. I think other than that, I might stream again on the 31st, tentatively, just to like look at the new cards. I'm making no promises right now. I'm still planning, but I'm thinking about it. And also just to celebrate the new year with anybody who is like me and has no one else, so we can be not lonely together for the new year.
絶対嫌だ。柔道ってやっぱり変なやつ。声援には応える。了解。了解。
And also just a little casual gotcha session for anybody who takes looks and peeks in and you know, suffering in real time. I'll probably have to lower the latency, but can I? Oh, I can't do it right now. Oh, yeah, because there's like currently there's like a about a 5-second delay between when I see your message and then I respond, and you can see it on your screen. But yeah, real-time suffering. Isn't that the best thing? That's how you get entertainment. You watch other people suffer. The shade and fruit. I pronounced that wrong, but like that is our entertainment now, and it is what it is. One moment. That's all right. Hopefully these are enough to actually get my tickets that I need. And then, you know, people will see and realize, this person's gacha luck is actually terrible. We can suffer together. That's the spirit. That's the point of it all. We suffer and, you know, misery loves company, as they say. One second, I'm just gonna... Sorry, just wanted to send a quick message and be like, hey, not dead yet. Just want to confirm something. Alright, so surely, given that I had terrible luck today, surely the frame will give me a new frame and not another duplicate. Surely. Oh, it's off center. Well, you know what? I guess I just have to make another duplicate overlay just so I can just recenter it later. It really sucks when like the two focus areas in the game are like one's very much to the left and the other one is like you gotta be in the center. I think I maxed that out. Okay, that's actually not that bad. Just, you know, for anybody who's actually watching and wants to see my frame inventory in real time, it's something. Real something. Just, you know, especially the Love and Peace Valentine's frames. Just let me, there we go. Just so people can see, understand. I love this frame so much. That's so good. I already maxed it up. What if I just did a single and I got CMs out of this, right? Haha. I didn't get him. Okay, well, you know. Look, I would fund the anime right now, but I don't want to dox myself. But like, for reference, I was really debating on this, but I didn't. But for reference, I did at least get 50 million in this event. So as you can see, I'm at least somewhat prepared. Music's nice though. New Year's packs are coming, yeah, and I'm like, have you seen how much I spent on merch? Okay, but for real, like, actually being able to explore New Million would be pretty cool though, instead of just being told all this lore and being like, figure it out. Oh, am I not allowed to skip? Oh, I already used my skips for a day. I am silly. I'll do this later. The goal here today is buy out the entire store before 5 p.m. And if not, that's okay too. I'll probably need a couple of minutes to swap from here to Twitch, if only because there's no way I can really just keep both accounts up. Thank you, OBS. Detective Billy meta. Alright, well, you know what? Maybe next year, when with all his burst steroids and we have like a plethora of buffs, yeah, maybe he'll finally actually be powerful. More powerful. He'll be so powerful, he'll break the game in half and then some. And then for all those people who didn't roll Detective Billy, they get to suffer as we Detective Billy havers. We get to like laugh in their faces and be like, you should have gotten him earlier. He's great. Oh yeah, you wanna espouse some of your some of his charm points? The ones I didn't cover in my review, my totally non-biased, very objective review of him. Alright, but consider this. I have emblems. I'm pretty sure I have Billy emblems. I don't need more copies if I can just, you know, emblem my way there, right? Haha. He's orange. Alright? Alright, he's orange. He has very pretty blue eyes, that is true. Alright, Twee said so. Okay, I think that's a little bit of a biased reasoning though, so just a little biased. Alright, well, I'm outvoted, so, you know, that's my fault. I apologize. Alright, if I'm always right about my Oshi, then I should always be right about, essentially being, you know, the Faith will clearly, he will clearly unlock Overflow in the next chapter and cause a bunch of destruction in the name of stopping Eclipse, right? So clearly I'll be right about this, right? Because, you know, just double checking, everyone here has caught up to the story, right? Wait, Keith said? What happened? Huh? When? Oh my gosh. Keith, even when you have good stats, you're still a jobber. Oh my gosh. Alright, yeah, you're right. It's gonna be the year of self-suffering because the 2024 is the year of North suffering. So it's gonna be self-suffering in 2025, and 2026 is gonna be West suffering, and then 2027 is gonna be the Robin suffering. Meanwhile, East they're on vacation right now. But it's a good kind of vacation. They're all happy and together, and it's totally fine. It's because I didn't use Billy. Alright, well, you know what? Okay, alright. You know, that's my mistake, but I also am too lazy to change right now. I do realize, though, if it's a new Faith card, I will have to go after him, and that'll suck for me, and it'll be great for everyone watching. Whether it's, if I stream it or if I record it. We'll see. Alright, but okay, it's not self-suffering, it's Will fan suffering. And I say that, even if it's not as a Will fan, only because, like, man, his RPG outfit looked so good, and I'm still mad I didn't get it. Alright, if only because I had to care about funds, but it's like, gosh, it looks so cool. I put in that little light effect in my review video just because it's like, man, I just wanted, like, kind of like make him sparkly. He looks so good. Alright, I guess Keith's just going to be getting knocked out every time I blink. That's how it is. My mistake. Are these guys gonna be okay? I'm actually a little bit okay. All right, everything's fine. I was just a little bit concerned for a moment. I was like, wait a minute, people are dying. I didn't bring healing for this. You know, that might be what Keith deserved. Just get destroyed a little bit. He loses one friend to, one friend gets brainwashed into joining Eclipse. The other friend is a tyrant, and his rookies are demons in their own way. So, like, for a guy like this, he's gonna be in more. He's gonna be suffering more. I just feel it in like my gut. There's no way that they will be kind to him. I will say as an aside, I guess just if I do get people who actually watch these streams getting a little closer to monetization, but that's very far, at least compared to like Twitch, which is just, hey, you need to get people in your chat. I know. Right now, it's just kind of like a litmus test to see if actually anyone's interested in live streams for this game, or just me in general. Probably the game, not me. Because at the end of the day, if I'm like, I don't mind like streaming to like nobody, but also like the main goal of making this channel was, can I make something that people find useful, even though it's like super niche, like. What are the benchmarks? Let me finish this thought first. So, because I started this channel because someone was like, hey, can someone make a beginner's guide? And I was like, yeah, sure, because, you know, I make stupid decisions. If you don't know me, I make stupid decisions despite how I appear, because the power of a script makes me sound smart. I am not actually smart. I'm actually pretty dumb. So this is partially just me throwing stuff on the walls to see what sticks, and talking about meta in a game like this where the game is, I'll say, is pretty easy for the most part, and you know, most people care more about the story or like the just the card art, which is understandable. I knew it was hard, and you know, especially as a JP game where I can't speak Japanese, so I'm missing out on that audience altogether. And from what I've learned through tests with the auto translate, it's not that good. So, I don't know. Maybe I might enable it for future videos, but like, the goal of this channel was to help people. So for Twitch benchmarks, it's it was 50 followers, stream for 7 days, stream for at least 8 hours, and have an average of 3 concurrent viewers across the 30-day period. With my old account, I have all of those requirements except the average viewers, for obvious reasons. For YouTube, it's a matter of getting 500 subscribers, 3,000 video watch hours, or 5 million shorts watch hours, and just setting up 3 videos in the last 90 days. So for the YouTube requirements, it's actually not 90 days. It's 1 year period. My bad. It is pretty niche, especially in like the Josei Muke section. So obviously, you know, not expecting explosive growth or whatever, right? But like, I guess I'm just surprised because maybe I'm just sort of like not really seeing it. But I figured that a Josei Muke game that it kind of deviates from the standard Josei Mukes in that there's actual planning and strategy, compared to most of them were just kind of just like, hey, we're gonna make it super cute or super basic, or rhythm games. No shade to the rhythm games. So I figured it'd be a little bit more popular. Thought it already 1K. Oh no, I'm just talking about the memberships. If it's subscriptions, it's 1K and also 4,000 watch hours, I believe. I can pull up the requirements real quick, I think. But yeah, either way, from YouTube, I am actually further on the further away from the requirements compared to Twitch. Yeah. Current goal for YouTube is hopefully get that 500 subscriber thing by like in the next 2 years or so, as well as the 3,000 public watch hours, or like 3 million shorts views. But I don't really do shorts on this channel. I don't really know what would constitute as a good short, because if this channel is mostly for guides and whatever, like doing shit posts, there's only so much I can really do about that before it kind of damages the brand identity. But yeah, thank you. We'll see what happens when we get there. But if I do get to the affiliate on Twitch, that means I can finally fund stuff in peace. It will just take a long time because I have to wait for the ad revenue to accumulate, but it will actually happen. And then, of course, I will just be knocking people like, hey, can you make me emotes or like banners and stuff? And then I also have, I think it's also like animated emotes. And then for YouTube, if I ever get monetized on that, I think it's like memberships. Yeah, it should be memberships. So that'd be interesting too, because you have like those cute little emotes. Yeah, just for like general gachas. I think I was thinking of like eventually expanding to that, but like start with just kind of niche stuff first, just so I don't want to seem like I'm clout chasey for no reason. Like obviously, if I want to attract more people, just go and play like you know, Genshin Impact, Honkai Star Rail, Zenless Zone Zero, maybe that one arguably less, or like Infinity Nikki, which honestly looks really good. But man, I do not have time to play open world games right now. But it would have been nice. And it's also like, I think it's like 30 gigs, so it's actually pretty big. Like, at the end of the day, it's, yeah, I also kind of want to play games I would enjoy, and not just because money. It's great if it's both, but, you know. Suggestions for shorts? I am all ears for suggestions for shorts, provided that it's not like, you know, like it doesn't have a lot of like flashing lights or like those kind of video shorts that like blows people's eardrums. Like those ones are like, nah, we don't do that here. Alright, I am all ears, and I have a notepad at the ready to write down stuff, and I don't mind crediting you if you would prefer that.
Oh, 今度フェイスにも教えてあげよう。やりすぎないように気をつけないとな。
I guess like a mini guide, just be like, hey, here's your TLDR. That's what I'm understanding. That's definitely possible, especially with my clearing schedule, cleared up schedule, but probably something I would start after the year rolls over. I think it's too late to do it for like CMs of Will at this point. Gotcha. Yeah, I would just have to plan a format to do that, because I essentially have a minute to explain a character, right? Probably 30 seconds if I want to be generous. So, I'll definitely think about how to go about it, but thank you for bringing it to my attention, because I'm like, I figured that my explanations were already short enough, but like, I guess if people want to go even shorter, there's no harm to putting that option out there. And I guess I can do that for older cards too, since they're, eventual reruns. So, yeah, I guess I could probably do that eventually. That's just a really big bucket list. Well, you see, I would love to reuse this segment in my video, but if you have watched them, you realize I yap. So I would have to make an entirely new script and like probably some assets too. It never ends until you make a ton of money, but I am not at the ton of money step yet. I'm still in the question mark step of just throwing things to the wall and seeing what sticks. Gotcha. Like either way, I'll definitely take that into consideration, because for one, as you can tell, I always like to try new things, and two, if it's really that useful or more useful for people rather than the full long form video, it kind of gives me more motivation to, I guess, turn them out a little bit more quickly rather than make the full long form video first and then the shorts that be like, for example, it'd be like, here's New Year's Ren in 30 seconds, which is basically he does the XYZ. The here's all the graphics. Here's that. Is he good? He's good. If he's not, then go throw him in the trash. Because even like putting text on the screen, which is at least from what I'm seeing around is it is kind of effective for shorts, like, you know, with the pop effect and whatever. That does still take time to kind of edit onto. So I would be glued to my seat even more than I already am. Oh yeah, and then I'll definitely archive all these streams on this channel just so if anybody wants to take a look, they can, and if not, that's okay too. They'll just see the reality is this YouTuber they're spending their time on, which I'm really grateful for, but also they're spending time on me. She's actually an idiot. But yeah, considering today is the 29th or 30th, it's like the exact middle between New Year's stuff and Christmas, so I hope your holidays have been good so far, and gachas have been kind too, and New Year's are great. Hopefully, people aren't shooting fireworks. Those are really obnoxious, honestly. I know about the rest of you, like, over here, people have been shooting fireworks for, like, the past few days, and I'm, like, I get that it's important to celebrate stuff, but please, wait. Fireworks since October. What are they even celebrating in November? I'm curious. Because, like, okay, October is like, alright, there's Halloween. I get that. But, like, November, at least here in Canada, it's Remembrance Day. You want to shoot up fireworks while people are remembering veterans from a war? That's messed up. Oh, right, Thanksgiving, Black Friday. All right. Right. I know. I think it's weird to actually throw send out fireworks during Thanksgiving. Like Christmas, I don't know. It's just probably like with the whole like the media and stuff. But like Christmas, it makes sense because it's like super hyped. But like Thanksgiving, it's like, nah. Just want to like huddle together with your loved ones and be like anybody who's not a loved one. I'll say hello, but also, like, leave us. Right, the land of the free. Meanwhile, here in Canada, where we're just like, God, I pulled out a full mortgage just so I can rent a cardboard box. I don't know if any of you guys have plans or, you know, quote unquote New Year's resolutions for like the upcoming year. I hope it's just fireworks in that case. Like if it's the other one, a little bit concerned. Yeah, like I guess if any of you want to share New Year's resolution, that's fine. If not, that's okay too. I'm just kind of thinking, probably get more into streaming and just like creative stuff. Like actually, trying my hand at art again now that I have a lot more time, and also learning Python, because as far as I know, there haven't been any gotcha simulators for Helios, and that's a crime. Not an actual crime, but like, the typical war crime, the Vietnam flashbacks or something. Yeah, because if we have that gotcha itch, gotta scratch it somewhere. Don't lose gotchas a New Year's resolution. Oh, that is a big one. All right. Well, I am rooting for you for that case. And I hope you get everything you want, or in whatever you get into. Because, like, yeah, I agree. Like, New Year's resolutions are hard. Because it's like, like the typical story about people who are like, hey, I want to work out or like get fit. And then they buy like a gym rental for a month, and afterwards they're like, man, this is hard, and they just quit, the big drop off or whatever. And if you weren't aware of that, that's actually a thing that happens normally. So it's like, I get that. So all these resolutions I say, I'm like, it might not happen, but I hope they do. And especially because I have a lot of guides I want to do. They're niche for like already Helios stuff, like a damage guide, and I also want to build a damage calculator, just in case people are like really interested in that. I don't think they will be, but like how we get big number, I realize can be very interesting. I remember getting into this game and just being like, oh, it's just a cute thing, and I'll quit after a few days, and then now I'm here. So these niche games really are fun, even though it's like, at least here, if you don't know Japanese games, you would just never realize this entire market. Alright, if it's an online shop, I'm just gonna have to say straight up, I hope the international shipping does not murder me in half. Because merch can be so cute, but it's also like, that's like $20-$30 in shipping, and I'm like, little bit tough. I think I actually maxed out the store. Did I already max out the store, and then that would be awkward? Yeah, like for me, I'm just like, it sucks because it's like, all right, my perception of art is like this, especially with Helios, with our art is so pretty, but my skills are Y, and the Y is like bottom of the Mariana Trench. But my perception is like, it's like the clouds in the sky at this point. Yeah, this is a cute little game, and especially because for me, I'm like, oh, I don't understand Japanese at all, so it'd be a cute little game, and then, I blinked and I'm like, I've already maxed out Summer Akira on the first banner, and my wallet's a little lighter. I wonder what happened there. You're gonna make HSR merch? Alright, I'm gonna just tell you right now, if you say Aventurine, say less. Because I'll be like, did you say Aventurine merch? All or nothing it. I specifically got the Aventurine and Ratio Shigishi just to like, they're like at the corner of my room right now, so gotta put in that, like the ship right there, and also the I think the orchestra one. I also got the acrylic stand for Aventurine. Yeah, the Aventurine market in China, I believe it was definitely affected when he first dropped, which is really wild compared to like when Akron first dropped and someone was like, hey, I got 100 for like cones, and I'll say it, Aventurine likers have more of an impact than the Akron likers ever will. One is actually like impacted the world, the other one is like, hey, I got pixels in a video game. But yeah, if you do merch, I will definitely take a look and hope I can support in a way I can, provided that nothing gets lost to the seas or Canada Post. I think it's because in like China they have a lot more like idle money around compared to like here in the West where less people have that amount of idle money, so they can get away with doing things like that. You'll defeat Canada in that case? Alright, well, I really hope you don't ship by Canada Post because it's a Crown Corporation, so, you know, considered essential service or what, but yeah, please defeat Canada for us. We just kind of live under the, you know, the environment in which lets us build character. So if I've cleared out the store, that's awkward. I've cleared out the store. I'm still slated to go for about an hour in this game. What else I confirm? I think I know what I confirm. I confirm the memorials. And the special quest too. Surely. Building character is great until you have to do it all the time, and you're just like, man, how much character is enough? And the answer is, I guess nothing. Nothing's enough. However, behind the memorials are you? I think I still have to max out Chinoiserie, and then for Spring West, I just kind of was like, this is cool, but you know, I'll come back later. Okay, like in my defense, like I maxed them the first time they came around, so it's like, do I really need to do this again? Let's see, actually. I'm actually not sure how far behind I am. Yeah, so it's not really that behind. It's just, see, everything else is 100%. It's okay. Everything's okay. Gosh, I look at the scrolling, you know, the scrolling back and forth, and I realize they might just change this UI one day. And I actually fear that. Because, yeah, this is, like, super inefficient and annoying, but it's, like, this is what I'm used to now. Just, like, constantly scrolling back and forth. However long I stream, so the plan is, probably around 5 p.m. PST, I go over to Twitch and I play LobCorp. So we go from this really chill and nice farming session to my suffering. They will, and then someone in the Discord server, quote unquote Misha, is probably going to be like, I'm going to have a conniption because they keep changing the UI, and I get it. Oh, not this one. There we go. for now. I don't know what I don't really care what I'm equipping right now. I just want to get something up and then we can go. It would be interesting to see how they handle this in a vertical way, because it's like if they just move like, you know, like how all the panels slide from like left to right, just up and down, that's like, really? It's like back to the, you know, the initial gacha UI where we had all those banners, you had to like scroll up and down, sort of like a kind of like a wheel. But yeah, Seth, it's character building, but consider this way. It's character building with the potential to get monetized. Because any money I can make will go towards actually improving the stream and like paying off debts and, you know, the occasional Starbucks coffee.
気を抜くな。最速で仕留めるぞ。わかった。出番可能。行くぞ。気を抜くな。
Yeah, occasional, but also, you know, Starbucks employee comes back and is like, "Did you eat lunch yet?" Because she recognizes me, and then when you're when several employees already know your name there in that one semester. Yeah. Yeah, and then she just knows. She doesn't even have to get my answer. She just knows I haven't eaten because I'm too busy working. And you say, why don't you just go to the Tim Hortons? It's cheaper. And I'm like, do you see that long line and the people who messed up my coffee? Ain't no way. Like, if there were like smaller coffee chains in the area, that'd be pretty great. Like, I'd love to explore them and try them out. Problem is, there is nothing in the nearby area, and I don't want to take transit in the risk of something bad happening, and then I can't get back for class. Because I know most people don't really care, but like for me, I have like this irrational fear of being late for class. Like, yeah, like, even when profs are like, hey, you don't have to come to class, I just have to, like, double check with them and be like, are you sure about this? This is fine. And, they usually say yes, but there's also like, but what if they give information that could be good for, like, the final or group project? And then suddenly I'm like, alright, well, you know, it's not a break for me, it's, time to go to the class again. As usual.
以前よりも状況判断が早くなったようだな。おかげさまで癖のあるメンターの相手をしてるからかな。
But hopefully with the upcoming semester having very few classes, hopefully that will be less of a problem rather than I just wake up in a cold sweat and be like, oh my god, I just missed X class, and it's just like, alright, it's so over now. But yeah, so like I remember it was suggested to me earlier to just earlier this year was trying to branch on another game, and a part of me is like thinking I could, especially because I think the player base is also kind of small in that game, but also like would that be a problem if I kind of combined it with this channel? Because I can't really just make a channel for every new game. Because as a marketing student, brand identity is something that's been hammered into my skull. And I get that there's some people who are like, oh yeah, there's no issue to like, you know, do that. But also, I worry irrationally, mostly because it's like, again, is it actually useful information? So, I'll definitely see, especially with all these ideas right now. It's just a matter of, can I put like my hobbies into actually something useful? Helios Gartic phone. A Helios game night? Yeah, that could be pretty fun. I don't remember if you were here earlier. I was thinking of streaming on the 31st just to kind of go over the new cards, the New Year's North, but like maybe set up like a small game session of like the Arctic phone if everybody's okay with me streaming, and just, you know, vibing and chilling, because that's kind of the purpose of this right now, is just like vibe, chill, farm, hang out, Q&A, etc. 1 second. I realized that the title is not correct anymore. I'm gonna change it. There we go. Much better. Oh, it's a little bit big, but 1 second. There we go. Wait, I'm gonna make it a little bit smaller. There we go. Now everything looks great and as it should be. But yeah, I'll probably like ask around late night tonight. Just be like, hey, if the idea hasn't been pitched already, be like, do you guys want to do this? And also if people are okay with it, because obviously people are not okay with it, I'm not gonna do it. I respect people. We do that here. Just like how people, how you pay people you hire for commissions and stuff, and you know, the things where you support your friends appropriately and not pay them in exposure, because that is that's cringe. Might be the wrong team. I hope so. It's just a matter of like setting everything up and just hoping bad things don't happen to my stream. Because first of all, I have to set up my tablet again, and also make room on my desk, because my microphone is really right in front of me, and I'm not sure if there's enough space. I don't really have a arm, unfortunately, to kind of attach it to somewhere. So I can't really put it on my shelf nearby, because if it hits my monitor, it's Sojo over at that point, and I like my monitor. So, and then I also have my keyboard as well, and it's a bit unflexible. So basically, if we do go through that, I'm going to be suffering, but you know, I'm at this point where my suffering has just been normalized. You know, building character has been normalized, so like, wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. I know. I just think it's I think it's weird when people don't pay people for the work they do, or like they haggle like incessantly. Like okay, maybe you disagree with the price a little bit, and then you probably, and if you can make a justified reason, it's like, okay, maybe if these are people you don't really know, because, you know, at worst comes to, you know, it doesn't work out and you just leave, but like, not paying them altogether is kind of like, man, what is exposure going to do for an artist? Can you pay the people who are, you know, the pay rent with exposure bucks? I don't think that works that way. I don't know. It just always seems weird to me because I'm not actually someone who really haggles, if at all. Like, if someone says a price and I don't agree with it, I'm just like, all right, bye. It's just not, we're not a good fit. I don't know. Content creation is it's in a really weird spot right now. Hello, welcome to the stream. We're just kind of like chilling and farming here, with the power of full auto or other stuff. Unfortunately, there's like no survive event that we can actually like strategize, but yeah. Nice to meet you, and or if you're a returning like viewer, nice to see you again. Welcome. We are just talking about stuff and chilling. If your exposure gets happy elements to give you Eclipse AU, I would support that. Keep on trucking. Let me guess, New Year's Marion? He will test your might, your strength, and I hope you get him. No, not you. It's just me. Not you. Cadaver is just like, for me, it's just I'm just talking about like people who don't end up paying the people they hire. Like, that's just a weird concept for me because they're all like, oh, we'll pay you an exposure, and I'm like, that never worked for my brain. I hope you get like multiple copies in like your first few rolls. You know, like the New Year's luck sack. Because surely someone here has to sack. And if it's not you, it's probably Harley. So if it's not you, go after him. Eclipse AU fanfic with illustrations? Oh, you know, soon. Right? Right, Twee? Right? Yeah, don't worry about it. It's just, as you can tell, if I don't have a script in front of me, I ramble a lot. So if someone asks me to, like, be distracting, that's an easy job for me. If someone asks me to read off a script, I'm just like, it better be a good script, otherwise I'm just reading it word for word. So sometimes if you can see my subs, if you enable it, you realize, wow, this sounds kind of clunky. That's just me typing it and not really, like, thinking of how it sounds. So that's why it sounds a bit awkward until after I read it and I realize, this is awful. Oh my gosh, no! If you have ice soup, can you share? Rambling is fun, but it's also like, you know, one of those, you gotta stay hydrated. If anything, honestly, after I finish this segment, while I set up the stuff to go over to Twitch, I'm probably gonna quickly grab some water. Okay, ice soup is an acquired taste. You put the soy sauce and the Tabasco in it, and then you also put the coriander as well. And then, if you really want to be daring, put in some relish as well.
なんてね。以前よりも
You know, you gotta give that soup the nice kick so it goes down easier.
おかげさまで癖のあるメンターの相手をしてるからかな。
どうやら夜が来たようじゃな。わかった。
乗ってきたね。わかった。気を抜くな。リズムに乗って行くぞ。気を抜くな。
痛い痛い。
Well, if they do an N-Stars collab, there's definitely precedence, and I think given that the game performed really well when it was introduced, I think it's possible. As for characters, I don't know anything beyond the fact that we're gonna get probably people popular, but maybe there might be mentions of like Rei and Reitsu again, but I don't expect to see the two again alongside Koga. Ice soup cooking stream. You know what? We'll get that at 500 subs. When I get monetized, I'll do an IRL ice soup cooking stream. Okay? I will actually mark that down somewhere.
癖のあるメンターの相手をしてるからかな。
I'm making a note, actually. Is one of those people the ones who are like, hey, war crimes? Sorry, I don't really answer so much, but I just know that there's a guy who's like, you know, serious light, but also war crimes. And I think Totoro, he's like the poster boy, right? Oh, gotcha. So as you can see, I can totally emblem like Detective Billy. I only have 144, but it's fine. HE is blonde series. Gotcha. Okay. All right. So what are the chances we'll get someone like him to show up and he'll remind us that the company who developed this game is Happy Elements. But yeah, like with the introduction of like both the N-Stars collab characters and just CMs also using like the regular hero emblems, we have to like literally hold on to them because at this point, it's just more efficient to spend it on those cards than any of the hero cards we have at this point. Even though it's like, all right, go for your favorites, right? It kind of sucks because remember when they were easy to farm? Pepperidge Farm does. The good old days, yeah. Now it's just, hey, here's a bunch of hero tickets and then some, like sirs and ma'ams at Happy Elements, what am I supposed to do with this? Please explain. Also, as you can see, the white block frame, for some reason, that's Marion's current birthday frame. And it's been like this ever since I got it. And only on this screen. So, I think that's just a sign that Marion does not want to be in my account either. And you know, I'll allow it. And then also, guys, look, it's we'll see him. See, guys, I got the CMs from this banner, right? Haha, right? Right? And not just him, but also you can see that the hunting frame. I also got CMs. I maxed them out from this banner. If you do one pull for North and get Marion, you know people are going to come after you. Okay, Harley wouldn't, because he's too busy coming after Happy Elements for giving all these will cards. Yeah, look, Rebel's going to come after you, Tweet. There's no escape. You're pulling none? Alright, we'll see how long that lasts. Bet. So at this point, I realized I don't really have much to farm. You know, doing the typical dailies. So, why not spinner tickets? We don't really need the points. I'm not hitting 100 million this time. It's fine. I totally get your concern, because it's like, it's like, you know, something's gotta give. You can't, the luck is like a balance. There's no way that somebody can be lucky forever unless your name is Harley. So, like, for me, my luck has been really bad, like, in the most part for this last month, so I'm thinking it's gonna be really good in something, but it will be something where I don't care about it at all. The fanfic writing part of the stream. Alright, you know, maybe another day. Maybe at like, 1,000 subs, you know, when I actually go fully monetized instead of just memberships. The blue coin gacha thingy. Do we really want to do that? Really do quest gacha? Not gonna say no, but like, wow. Steph, that's not a fanfic. It's real life for Harley. For the rest of us, it's fanfic though. Alright, sure, content. We'll roll quest gacha and, you know, see how many 3 stars we get. But yeah, like, if we were doing fan fiction where all of us were lucky, it'd be like one day we all sat in a room, it was all white and, you know, isolated, and we all had a gacha machine, a roulette machine in front of us, and we all pressed the button, and we all got 777s. That's it. You took 200 for CMs, alright. I took 300 for N stars, Brad. Why are we wearing all white? We're in a white room, but sure, we'll also wear all white. Something eclipse at you? Something, it's just a simulation? Something like that. Will CM's eclipse wedding. Alright, well, we're totally gonna see that, right? Like Harley's going to give us the whole fan art and everything, right? Uh-huh. True. Okay, but Harley, consider this. You're the Will fan here. Okay, but consider that there's also an end if it's just 20 failed art attempts. Yeah, you're getting commissioned in my stream. All right, you know, I'll allow it this time. Technically, I don't have the Twitch panels here to tell people, hey, here are all my rules and stuff, and you know, be chill and stuff. So, sure. I'll make a blob exception this once. For the stream, I guess. That's a bit awkward. But yeah, so probably about 5 p.m. I'll end the stream, move over to Twitch, and then hopefully I'll see you guys there, and if not, thank you for sticking by as I play LobCorp. Honestly, I've just been archiving my past streams, which are even more scuffed. Like, you can think about it this way. The LobCorp streams I had the past few days, those were the practice run for this one, where everything seemed to be fine, at least according to you guys. So, you know,
ひざまずかせてみない？
what's the worst that can happen?
出番かの。うん。
リズムに乗って
気を抜くな。
逃がさないよ。
分かった。
乗ってきたね。
分かった。気を抜くな。
リズムに乗って逃がさないよ。ああ。
行くぞ。
乗ってきたね。
一気に畳みかける。行くぞ。
痛いな。
分かった。行くぞ。
リズムに乗って
気を抜くな。
逃がさないよ。
行くぞ。気を抜くな。
痛いな。
出番かの。
行くぞ。気を抜くな。
逃がさないよ。
魔物たちよ。
逃がさないよ。ああ。了解。乗ってきたね。あなたのためになんてね。
以前よりも状況判断が早くなったようだな。
おかげさまで。
Now, who has the hardest hair to draw in Helios? Honestly, I feel like
たまには少し過激に行くか。
it's either Victor, because his hair is really long, so you have to kind of make it look like it flows naturally, or like, honestly, if we're talking just about the Helios people, it's I know I might sound biased, but I feel like it's accurate because he has the double toned. So he has like the red hair and also like the sort of lighter portion of his hair.
逃がさないよ。
気を抜くな。聞かん。
了解。
行くぞ。
乗ってきたね。
気を抜くな。
あは、先に攻撃しちゃってよ。
行くぞ。
リズムに乗って
分かった。気を抜くな。
逃がさないよ。
気を抜くな。
痛い痛い。
分かった。行くぞ。
乗ってきたね。逃がさないよ。
訓練通りに動けばいい。
My first thought was Victor because I was actually taking the question seriously and thinking about physics.
Okay.
No, I have not. I have not drawn him and I never will because he's not my favorite. What are we doing now? Just kind of a little bit more chatting and then farming this, and then I'll probably set up to move over to Twitch. Same username, display name, which I'll probably just drop into the YouTube chat after I end stream. And stream Lob Corp. So it'll be very different from Helios, but it contains 100% more character building.
のあるメンターの相手をしてるからかな。
Why are we doing physics vacation? You're talking to me, who's like, my brain is like, alright,
夜が来たようじゃな。
what if we just did this and not thinking of whether we should, just thinking if we could?
出番かの。
乗ってきたね。
気を抜くな。
逃がさないよ。
聞かん。
Like, if we looked at Akira's hair, like, I think there's like a surprising number of layers on it, so that's why it's like, this might actually be difficult to draw too. I'm sorry to hear that, Rebel. Knowing this game though, I'm pretty sure that we'll get a Heroes Carol rerun though. It's just been a bit,
気に畳みかける。
I don't expect it for like like a little while, especially because we're still kind of backlogged, but we'll probably get a rerun event down the line. It has some story stuff, yeah, like, because I'm currently on day 20, 25 or 26, so that's totally fine if you don't want to stick around, or, you know, just mute the stream so you don't see anything. Mute, pause it, but just hang around. But it's totally up to you. Yeah, Annie 4 was just vicious for no reason. It's like, hey, here all these cards are actually pretty good, and you need them all, even though they're different attributes, and it's like, go have fun. Deal with it. You know, it's a sign that your internet died after you said Nisei, so like, maybe no Nisei, haha, right? Haha? Haha? Okay, but like, you really have to dig into it, like, oh, not this one. Like, Akira's hair is like, alright, so let's just start with this. Like, he has all the, like, the little, like, flares, and then he also has, like, this really, like, slightly lighter, like, tuft of hair right here. I sacked in a way where Twee wanted to kill me, because I had, 3/4 of Robins, and was like, you're not Jude. It is sus, but, you know, we'll see what comes from it. But yeah, like, Akira hair is just, there's surprisingly a lot of, like, things you have to look at. Akira isn't that hard to draw. Yeah, he isn't that hard. You just have to get all these little, like, tufts of hair correct. So, you know, yeah, he's not that difficult, as they say. And then if you have, like, Victor here, like, yeah, I can't believe I'm actually looking at Victor cards. You know, I should just, like, you know, end the stream soon, right? But, like, because with the long hair, you have to, like, consider all the movement from it. Rather than just, have it flow out everywhere, or just, like, make it super flat. So that's why I'm also, like, that's why I think it's very difficult to draw his hair, and he was the first one I first thought of. No, I'm not. The air vents? Yeah, the air vents. I'm not a Victor Oshi, and I never will be. How dare. Meanwhile, you have someone like Jude who's just like... His hair is really simple. Like, it's just small tufts, one layer over the other. And then Oscar was just like even easier. It's just pump. Oh, what's that? What? Oh yeah, your Phantom Thief. Yeah, it's see, it's Phantom Thief. Faith. Yeah, see. See? Isn't he so cute? Just biting the card? Uh-huh. Bianchi hair? I wouldn't say it's extremely difficult to draw it, in just at least in my unprofessional opinion. Because, say we're gonna look at probably... Let's go with the really basic one to look at it. Like, the important thing you would have to consider is, you see there's like a little, like, it's a little bit like balled up here rather than just a straight plate. So long as you can keep that in mind, I don't think it's that difficult. Because the most movement you'd probably have to think of is like the lower end of this rat tail here. You can see it's just kind of like, you know, it moves around, but it's not like there's huge deviations in like how his hairstyle actually looks like. So that's why I think his hairstyle is not too difficult to do. Yeah, we're ranking how hard it is to draw Helios hair, so definitely the easiest is probably like Brad, Will, honestly, if we're ignoring the guest characters, probably like Faith's is also really easy to do because it's, at least with the regular hairstyle, because it's just a simple sweeping hairstyle. Yeah, Ash as well, because it's just, no, it's like stock shonen, like somewhat spiky-ish. And then Keith's has like, his problem is that he has at least some layers for him, so even though it's, yeah, Marion's as well, he's really easy. Because it's just that simple swoosh. And then Gas is a little bit difficult, only because you have to see how much, like, his hair is kind of, like, pulled back by the headband and which ones isn't. It's not really that difficult, but it's like... Ren is like Marion's, but swoosh the other way. Yeah, Bratz has like a slight amount of flair into it, but like for the most part, it's just kind of it's normal. It's like the stock like doctor hairstyle. All right, you did a tier list of which HELIOS characters you would be in a fist fight. Hypothetically, I'm gonna say I really hope that Keith was at the bottom. Sage's here, huh? Let's look at Sage's here real quick. All right. Well, you know what? It's kind of deserved that Keith's at the bottom. I'm sorry, Keith, but it's true. How about this one? Yeah, Sage's hair is easy, right? You just have to look at all these like little woofs and like whooshes and like tufts and stuff. It's just not hard, right? Haha. Same as like how Akira's hair is easy to like draw, right? Haha. Yeah, one wrong move and he's gray. Oh my gosh. It's like, the only difference between the two is that like Gray's is like slightly more ruffled. That's pretty much it. Yeah, like it's just look, it's just slightly more ruffled and like a slightly different color. Okay, but also consider this. Gray is probably also more like stacked compared to Sage. Don't tell me I'm wrong. Why bully Nova? Okay, like, guys overwork the hell and back. You pretend the CG doesn't exist. I don't know what you mean. Exactly, so that's another difference on how Sage and Gray are different. Ergo, it's so easy to draw Sage. And there's no way you can ever make him look like Gray. Right? I don't think Jace is that bad either, because it's just like it's also really simple. It's just like two folds, 2 layers. I'm sorry, Tweet, but the CGs don't lie. They're at least partially canon. Just double checking his rising here. Oh, never mind. His rising here doesn't have any clothing damage. We can't check. But think about this way. Sage eats a lot of apple pie. A lot of apple pie has a lot of sugar in it. Therefore, Sage has a little bit of a pudge. I rest my case. Anyways, yeah, that's all I had planned for today, and we're pretty close to 5 p.m., so thank you all for sticking around. I'm going to set up my stream over at Twitch to play some Lobotomy Corporation. If you're interested, you can go and follow the link I'll drop after the stream ends, and if not, thank you for stopping by. It was pretty fun to chat with y'all and just kind of relax and, you know, see that my stream setup didn't implode. Everything went well. Otsu, thank you. And hope the rest of your days go well if that's the case. Yep, take care.